Order 9:25. Roll call, please.
Kokendorfer.
Here.
Bowman.
Here.
Middleton.
Here.
Wipert.
Here.
Biz is absent with notice. Zach.
Here.
Hoffman.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. We have before us our minutes of our previous meeting of August 3rd. Entertain a motion to receive.
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Middleton, supported by Commissioner Wipert. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same motion carried. Any additions or corrections to the agenda for today? And entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Moved by Commissioner Kokendorfer, supported by Commissioner Zach. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same motion carried. Anybody here for public comment today? Hearing none, we'll move on to the first item on the agenda. Human Resources Department authority to approve optional supplementary incentive for difficult to recruit positions. Motion. Moved by Commissioner Wipert, supported by Commissioner Zach.
So a couple of HR committees ago, we brought forth a resolution having to do with position out of the medical examiner's office. And after that meeting, there was some discussion with some of the commissioners about bringing forth a new resolution that would give us a little more wiggle room in being able to do this without having to bring each individual one back to you. So I'm going to let Christy explain the resolution that we've prepared for your approval today.
Thank you.
So we're bringing forth this resolution to request authority for Human Resources and Management and Budget to collectively approve the optional supplementary incentive to allow for a faster acceptance for those difficult to recruit positions across the county departments. The same criteria will apply under this resolution. It's those difficult to recruit, highly technical, specific skill set positions. It is a one-time payment. It's not to exceed 5% of the maximum salary or $5,000. Fiscal Services verifies that funds are available, and there is a signed agreement that the employee will repay the bonus if they leave within 1 year of their start date. And then HR will provide a report back to the committee at the end of each calendar year detailing any of the incentives that we approve throughout the year.
Okay. Commissioner Zach.
So, in practicality, you've got a great candidate now. You can offer that and then report back to us later. So there's no lag or anything.
Correct.
That's great. Does it work? Does this work for you well? Do you see?
Yes, this will work very well.
Great.
Does anybody have any other questions?
No, but it makes a lot of sense when you're negotiating and then have to stop to wait for a month for all this to happen. It can be part of a package when you're negotiating. It makes a lot of sense.
I
And there's
agree.
enough limits in it that safeguards it.
All right. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Kokendorfer.
Yes.
Bowman.
Yes.
Middleton.
Yes.
Wipert.
Yes.
Zach.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes. Thank you. Next item, Human Resource Department Extension of Merit System Certified Eligibility List. Christie or Jordy?
Certified lists are in effect.
All motion. Moved by Commissioner Wipert, supported by Commissioner Middleton.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Certified eligible lists are in effect for 6 months. The HR committee may approve to extend the list for another 6 months. So we're recommending to the HR committee for its review and approval to extend the following 38 eligible lists for another 6 months.
Okay. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Bowman.
Yes.
Middleton.
Yes.
Wipert.
Yes.
Zach.
Yes.
Kokendorfer.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes. Motion carried. Thank you. Last item is communication, receive and file. Moved by Commissioner Kokendorfer, supported by Commissioner Zach. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Any other business before? Commissioner Zach.
I just have a question, and I don't know if this is the time to do it or whether coming back to us. It was posed by several, it was brought to my attention this morning, the question that if there is a candidate applying for a job that does not have the requisite educational credentials, whether it be a clerk or something like that, do we ever waive that for experience? Is there room to do that within our hiring process, or do we just blanketly say, okay, they don't have that degree?
The quals are set, and when the job is open, we follow how those quals are set. There may be a substitution in some of them for some experience that may be considered, but as the quals are set for each job before they are open, we follow that to a T.
And then, and I respect it, those qualifications, are those set with the department as far as needs, or human resources do it?
We work together with the department, but we're taking, for example, education. We may expand education if we find it's too narrow and how it's been opened before. So we do work with the department when we open those jobs.
Okay. Thank you.
Commissioner Bowman?
I guess just as a follow-up question, and so Helene's inquiry was specifically about, incoming associates, but those that are maybe already within the employment pool that are looking for pay grade or, change of service opportunities, is it the same kind of standard of practice?
Well, the job descriptions are set where the qualifications are established.
Hmm.
So if someone does not meet those qualifications, they wouldn't be qualified for that job, whether they're an internal candidate or an external candidate.
Thank you.
Well, didn't we have an instance, in Water Resource where a gentleman was doing the job basically, he didn't have the 4-year degree, but he had like 3 years of college, and we did some kind of study or something, and he
Well,
got that position?
A different process, so you're talking about a job audit or a salary grade review where we may be examining a position based on a change in duties. It could be a change in the requirements, but as jobs are set up, there are job descriptions that identify what those qualifications are for each job. So we'll do a study. If someone says, I'm no longer performing these tasks and I'm performing these tasks, we'll look to see, do they meet those minimum quals if they're going to go through a job audit? If we have to establish something new, we may be adjusting or making different qualifications for what would be considered a new job.
Okay, thank you. Phil, did you want to?
Commissioners, I just want to make sure, when you talk about internal employees, we meet with them, and at IT, I know we do individual development plans, and if they want a position or they aspire to a certain position, we put them on a track to go ahead and attain the proper education, because we have tuition reimbursement and other tools available to us, or we will meet with them on what they want to do for their career, and maybe it's not that position they were seeking. Sometimes they seek it for the money versus actually what they want to do longer term. So we work with them very carefully to make sure that we're talking with them about what their future is. So it's not that we just open a job and then don't let them apply for it. They know what those jobs are, and they know what those requirements are, so it's upon themselves with us helping them to get where they want to go. So I want to make sure they're not just left out in the cold.
Thanks, Phil. Any other questions? Jordy?
Employees are able to come to HR to meet with our analysts to see what job opportunities are out there and what they would be qualified for. Just kind of dovetailing on what Phil said, there are training opportunities and tuition reimbursement that employees can take advantage of as well. It does create some difficulty that someone may not have the education requirement for a job, but if that's what that job has been established as and it is a requirement, we encourage the employee to use tuition reimbursement so that they can achieve those goals.
All right, thank you. Anything else? Meeting adjourned at 9:33.